Breathe that in. That's what an amateur comedy show smells like. You're here, you're living it. All right, so recently I found out that about 3 to 5% of mail-in voting ballots are tossed out. And it's, you didn't know this was a political science class. It's actually all homeschool kids. They don't know how to fill in that bubble, right? Doesn't work. But I did look it up, like 0.5% is people who like wrote in God on the list. So never mind, still homeschool, all homeschool kids. It's all I've also found that I can tell people's political leaning based on how they drive, you know? Like that guy in a big truck, like splitting lanes, hauling 90 down the freeway, like conservative. Interesting that the conservative drives so liberally. But it's easier to tell based on what they drive. Like my buddy was asking me about this convertible, guy in a convertible. He's like, what about this dude? I'm like, oh dude, Democrat, easy. He's like, what do you mean easy? I'm like, oh, what do you mean easy? Like, remember JFK? That guy up in the window sure does. I did not like that joke. It's a killer JFK. Speaking of presidents, I've been playing a lot of solitaire on my phone recently. I like it because it makes me feel like FDR, because every time I fail, I'm just like, hey, new deal. I was boating with my family recently. We were out on the lake, you know, and it was beautiful. Oh, this joke's brought to you by the upper middle class, by the way. So we see this boat stop, and we're like going to see if something's wrong. Turns out this guy had actually dropped his prosthetic leg in the lake. Well, that was messed up. You guys laughed at it. Doesn't have a leg. Jeez. But anyway, I was like, how do you lose your leg in a lake? Like, if it was in the ocean, I'd get it, because there's sharks in there. And like, they'd swim up and they'd be like, oh, is that a seal? And then they'd bite the leg off, because like, that's their excuse for everything. It's like, oh, it's a seal. But like, there's no sharks in the lake. How do you lose his leg? Like, if there were sharks in that lake, it would be an ocean. It's just how it is. But no, the guy was pretty cool about it. He's like, oh, you know, I lost my real leg before, so like, this is no big deal. And I'm like, hey, better yet, you might get the same one back. And that's when he hit me with his other prosthetic. Yeah, it was fun. I started therapy recently. My doctor, he asked me, he's like, McKay, what rolls are stressing you out? And I'm just like, man, like those pizza rolls. They're just like so hard to get the consistency right. He's like, yeah, right? I'm like, yeah. We're both bakers. Thanks, Parker. But no, one role that I am pretty stressed about is being a dad. My wife is pregnant. Yes, we hope it's mine. And this isn't like, oh, ha ha, your wife's unfaithful. No, she's not. Like, I hope the baby's cool. Like, if he's not making me laugh, like, I'm like, I don't want to hang out with someone who's not fun. But no, I like to say that she's pregnant. I don't like the whole weird pregnant thing, because that makes it sound like I've got the legs and she's got the torso, and we're going to put them together like a Lego man. Which, if I understand anything, that's only how robots are born, because everything I understand comes from movies. Like that movie, Robots. But we were shopping for baby stuff, and I saw this little picture, and it's like, or a picture frame, and it's for an ultrasound. You can tell that's what it's for, because there's a stock image of an ultrasound in there, which seems a little early to get your kid into modeling. You don't know if that's going to pan out. Like, that baby could come out very not modelable. You set them up for a life of disappointment. And you know, it's even worse if your baby is like the ultrasound model reject. Like, that's rough for the baby. I think it's wrong for parents to exploit their unborn child for money. I'm exploiting mine for laughs, so that's fine. I do worry that my baby, that he'll have OCD, because I have OCD. But I do think it's unfair that we categorize OCD as a mental illness, because like it's like dessert calories. Like, it doesn't count. It's not legit. Like, think about it. People with like depression, anxiety, bipolar, like, they're all dealing with these legit things. Meanwhile, I'm over here like, I can't stop washing my hands and organizing my cheese from yellow to white. But all I buy is cheddar, so it's just yellow to least yellow. And everyone's like, dude, it's all the same yellow. And I'm like, you are so not right. Amateurs. Cheese amateurs. I do have some like little tics with OCD. Like I always have to like check to make sure my AirPods aren't connected to my phone. Welcome back to the upper middle class. But I was resetting my AirPods the other day, and it was like depress button for 5 seconds to reconnect. So I'm like, okay, all right. You're a loser, you dumb idiot. You're just Beats knockoffs. You think anyone cares? Apple doesn't care. That expired. I don't care either. You are so no fun. Noise canceling, schmoise mantling. I'm really good at insults. They didn't connect though. They were too sad. So now I'm stuck buying antidepressants for my AirPods. That's all from me. I'm McKay Kimball. Thank you.